For more than 50 years, Goldie Hawn was sold to the world as pure sunshine. The woman who laughed easily, smiled through chaos, and made joy look effortless. Audiences believed happiness followed her naturally. But behind that glowing image lived a very different reality. One filled with fear, panic attacks, and a sharp memory that never forgot disrespect. Now, at nearly 80, Goldie is no longer carrying the weight of protecting other people's comfort, and the truth she kept quiet for decades is finally coming into focus. Goldie has often said that the biggest misunderstanding of her career is the idea that joy came easily to her. It did not. Long before her laugh became iconic, she was battling sudden panic attacks that left her frightened and confused, unsure of her own body and mind. While she was struggling internally, Hollywood demanded the opposite. It wanted her cheerful, agreeable, charming, and silent, especially when lines were crossed. By the late 70s, she was already an Oscar winner and one of the most powerful stars in the industry. Yet that same sweetness made powerful men underestimate her. Instead of exploding or exposing anyone publicly, Goldie chose a quieter form of survival. She remembered. She did not yell on sets or leak stories to the press. She simply took note and walked away. Over time, she built an internal list of men she would never work with again, not out of bitterness, but out of self-protection. Peace mattered more than prestige, and distance became her shield. One of the earliest names on that list came from a film that looked carefree on screen. During the making of Foul Play, Goldie and Chevy Chase appeared to share easy chemistry, but behind the scenes the atmosphere was tense. Chase reportedly undermined the director, dismissed others, and grew hostile whenever Goldie landed a laugh. Crew members described walking on eggshells, hoping each day would end without conflict. What hurt Goldie most was not a single insult, but the clear lack of respect beneath it. When studios later pushed for sequels, she refused instantly. She never worked with him again. Another powerful figure entered her life in a more calculated way. Warren Beatty was not just a star, he was a gatekeeper. When he set his attention on Goldie, it came with invitations and unspoken expectations. She declined politely and repeatedly. After that, opportunities began to quietly disappear. Meetings were canceled, scripts vanished, and whispers began that she was difficult or not serious enough. Goldie recognized the tactic immediately. Rather than confront him publicly, she shifted her focus to projects where she held control. Years later, when Beatty approached her as if nothing had happened, she smiled politely and walked away mid-conversation. The message was clear and final. Then came an audition that shattered her trust. In a casting room with Dustin Hoffman attached, Goldie approached a dramatic role with focus and restraint. Mid-scene, Hoffman stopped her and mocked her performance in front of the producers, reducing her work to a joke. The room laughed uncomfortably. Goldie finished calmly, left, and withdrew from the project the next day. What disturbed her most was not losing the role, but the brief moment of self-doubt his words caused. She recognized it as a tactic meant to shrink others. She never worked with him again. Her encounters with Bill Murray and Sean Penn came in different forms but carried the same message. Murray masked the disrespect as unpredictability, openly questioning her abilities during a table read. She quietly walked away from the project. Penn, at a mental health charity event, mocked her vulnerability and reduced her career to a caricature. That moment hurt deeply, not because of ego, but because something personal had been dismissed. From then on, she avoided him entirely. The final name on her list carried the weight of legacy. Kirk Douglas represented an older Hollywood, one that praised women for charm but dismissed their voices. In public discussions, he interrupted her, reframed her thoughts, and treated her presence as decoration rather than authority. There was no single insult, only an accumulation of moments that made her feel invisible. One day, after being cut off repeatedly, Goldie calmly stood up, said she had said everything she needed to say, and left the room. Silence followed. She never publicly criticized him. She simply removed him from her emotional world. Goldie Hawn spent decades protecting a smile that hid fear, strength, and quiet resolve. These men never expected her to remember, but she did. And in remembering, she chose clarity over conflict. If you want more untold stories like this, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and press the bell icon for Hollywood Bulletin, where we uncover the truths behind Hollywood's brightest smiles.